Hi, it is Gina, and when I am on the air, since we're broadcasting from home still, one of the really cool benefits is that I can work on stuff around the house in between being on the air and taking calls and winners and stuff like that. And I thought, hey, I'm going to show you guys some of my projects. I've been posting videos about what I've been refurbishing. I've been furniture flipping. I'm trying to keep this furniture out of the landfills. And so far, so good, I think. I've done 2 end tables. See, I got paint on my hands. A little kid's desk and an adult desk, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now. I'm actually doing polyurethane. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for turning us on. I'm polyurethaning the tops, but I've got these 2 pieces completely done, and I actually posted a video and pictures of this little desk. It is pretty adorable, I've got to say. And I'm not just trying to be biased, but anyway, you've seen this. Now you've got to go back on Facebook to see the before of that, because it was like a very reddish stain to this. And now, if you can tell, lighting's not the best in here. Let me get this way. There we go. It's like a light blue. And then I'm going to stain the back of that as well to match the stain of the drawers, which is a cherry stain from Minwax. And what else? So I need to polyurethane the top of this. I need to stain the back of it still. Otherwise, it's done. And then we've got this piece right here. And I love this piece so much. This is a desk that I had when I was a little girl. I have had this desk for, it was at our old farmhouse growing up, and it was a peach color. And you can, well, eventually I'll post the before pictures of that so you can see it, but it was just hideous. I mean, the top was completely, the paint was peeling off. Hi, Scott. Hi, Dale. And it took a long process to get this to the point that I could even paint or stain it. I mean, it's probably been about 2 weeks on this desk. This took me a day. So easy. Stain came off right away. No problem. I had to use a little trickery to get some of this stain off, and it was a project, but it was worth it. Lots of elbow grease on this one, though. So what I did was, because it was so dramatic to get the paint off, it damaged some of the wood. Not like nicks or divots or anything, but more just that the chemicals I had to use to get the paint off seeped into the wood. So it just looked bad. I couldn't stain it, in other words, because you would see all of those weird off-colored stains that I wasn't going for. So I had to go ahead and paint it, and I chose a dark walnut, and I use a spray paint too, so it was pretty easy. Just took it outside, spray painted it. Then I used the original hardware on this. I spray painted those the same color. Then I got out my little tiny, my detailing paint brush, which is just this little guy, and hand painted this little sort of ornate detail that this desk has within the wood. It's just so pretty. And that, by the way, was really hard to sand. In fact, this drives me nuts right here. Just that little tiny bit of original paint that I can't get off, and I'm afraid to really get in there because that thing could just totally fly off, because it's sort of like a facial piece that is very delicate. So you can't see it from here. Those are the kind of little decisions you have to make as you go. Hey, Scott, Jim and Amanda were bragging about you this morning. They were? Oh my God, that's so cool. Well, thanks, Jim and Amanda. So anyway, these 2 pieces are done, are like 99% done. I am just applying the polyurethane on top, and I personally don't polyurethane the whole piece. That's just how I roll right now. Maybe I'll change my tune later on, I don't know, but I feel like the top piece is going to get the most damage. It's going to be the area you're setting stuff on, so it needs that extra protection, unlike other areas. And polyurethane's a really finicky thing, so it's not something I really like messing with, and it really smells. So the longer I can, the shorter amount of time I have to deal with polyurethane, the better. So this is going to get polyurethane next. Then I've got this really cute piano bench, and I have it disassembled right now, but it's on a hinge normally, so you can see the holes right here. So this normally comes up, you put your sheet music in there, whatever. This is made out of walnut, by the way. It had a lot of nicks and a lot of holes in it through the years, I guess. You know, these were all big divot holes. That was a pretty good hole. So that lighter color is wood filler that I used, and it doesn't stain that great. So, that's kind of a bummer, but oh well. I'm still planning on staining that top piece because the grain is so pretty. So while the top and the legs are made out of walnut, these pieces here on the sides are made out of a white pine. So that's what I'm working with here. And I think I'm going to stain the white pine a different color than I stained the walnut, just to kind of offset that a little bit. And then finally, I've got kind of a little side project going on here. This is a stool for my dad. We have had this stool as long as we have had that desk right there. And this stool is made out of white pine as well. And the farmer that owned the farmhouse before we moved into it back in 1990 built that little stool. And my dad said, "Could you please refinish this for me?" Because it really needed it. And what was cool story about that stool that I'll share with you real fast is my dad had a leak in his like mud room, and that stool was sitting in it. This was just like a month ago, and his utility sink got a leak and he didn't know it. So this stool was sitting on the floor in that leak. He had no idea there was water damage to the stool because it had been, painted. It was painted white, actually, like tons of coats of white. So he didn't see or know that there was any damage on the stool. Well, luckily he gave it to me to refurbish it. And when I got in there and I sanded all that paint off, I saw all of the water damage and it was still wet. So thank God he had even gave it to me and lifted it out of that little bit of water that was still sitting on the floor that he didn't even know was there. So anyway, I've had to let that piece dry for about 2 weeks because of the water damage. So I am just now painting it. What else? Oh, okay. I found this. Hold on. This is funny. I found this. Let's see. Oh, here's all my supplies. By the way, I love Ace Hardware and I love Rural King. You wouldn't believe how much stuff they have for these types of projects. Of course, Lowe's and Home Depot too, but those other two places are kind of cool as well. I found this at a thrift store for $4. It is a plastic stand, but it's on wheels. Let's see. It's on wheels, and I thought it's like a TV stand. I thought I could add some paint to this and it could really look kind of cool. So that's just a little side piece that I'm working on, and I will be selling these pieces too. So obviously not the stool for my dad. That's for my dad. But oh yeah, speaking of stools, I have here's one more stool that I'm doing. So, and this is yellow pine on the seat, white pine on the legs. Yellow pine grows a lot slower, so you can have those wider, grain, as white pine grows a lot faster. So, in other words, they plant a lot of white pine because the turnover is fast. So they can plant a ton of the white pine trees and cut them down faster to build houses and whatever, build things with. Yellow pine takes a lot longer, so yellow pine has time to get wider grain like that. And the white pine, see how thin the grain is, how close together those lines are? That's because that thing shot up real fast. Kind of interesting. Learned that from a woodworker the other day, actually. So yeah, this has been really fun. I am loving restoring furniture. If you guys have any tips, maybe this is something you do, or if you have any suggestions or places that you found really cool paint colors. Hi, Amy. please let me know. You can always shoot us a message on Facebook, and I'm always trying to post what I'm working on next. Keep you up to date with what's going on. Hi, Lillian. Hi, Rhonda. Let's see who else we got here. Madil, Robin, Amy Marie, Monica, Vicky. What's up? Mary Jo. Some names I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm scared to try. Angela, I got that one. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Gina, and thank you for listening too. Tomorrow I'm going to be giving away more Gold Star Chili, a $25 gift card. You have to be caller number 9, and I am taking those calls from my house. It's so cool, technology these days. What's up, JD? Miss you. Debbie, I have some furniture you could do for me. Hey, cool. What do you need done? It's so much fun. I love it. Thank you, Rhonda. You do the same. Oh, that is another thing that I'm finding is now that I'm refinishing furniture, people are always saying, hey, I've got an old table. You can have it. They're like, will you just take it? Get it out of my garage, please. If you want to refinish it, sell it. I don't care. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So anyway, I'll keep you updated. I'll post some before and after pictures of this black desk. Well, black walnut, dark walnut that I painted it with. I will post the before and afters of that because you're going to die when you see the before pictures. I mean, it was hideous. It's amazing that I got it to look like that. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to you soon. Liz, have a great day. Bye, guys.